Whenever I begin my videos here, I always start with who I am. Always start, you can see who I am, who's talking to you, and always present myself as I am so you could see what I look like. You could see what I'm facing. Now, this is the man you would see singing, or you would see out there in confrontation and encounter. I can't change that. I can't change that one bit, but I can work with it. I can discuss it in a straightforward manner. Uh, you could see the restrictions and the tightness that I suffer badly due to a degenerative cervical spine, which left me in this position, in this condition, I should say. Here's the problem. When you sit in the chair, you take a chair like this, and you can't pick the chair you're going to sit in a public way. If I sit all the way back here like this, I'm now overpowered by the chair. Even if I try to keep my head up, this is a study. Get my hands down here, try to do everything I possibly can to produce a visual effect of length in my body, because the body now looks squat and unimpressive. And when you look at a picture like this in a public way, we're talking about the body. That's the way you look, that's the visuals. And the visual is everything. The visual is what remembered. Now here is the way I would say it if I slacken down. Slacken down, there it is. This is the way I would say it if I'm most unimpressive. But this chair is totally overpowering me. And what would I do about it? Because you can't pick the chair you're going to sit in. There's so many things you have no power over. You just have to deal with it as it's presented to you. Of course, you prepare in the best way possible. So what I would try to do to help myself a little bit visually is to move on up forward in this chair. Move on up forward, not lean back. And as I move on up forward, now this gives me more power over the chair. But now it means that I have to sit like a general, straight up and and I have to sit and talk like this. Throw the chest out, soldier. Suck in that gut, get the head up. Now I have more power. If I'm put in a position to where I have to sit at an advantage, where I'm sitting on a couch or I'm sitting on a chair and I'm sinking into it. So now I'm looking very aesthetically bad. And I would never put my arms up here like this. Now that gives me the confined look. Obviously, these are too high for me. It should be down lower. But in life, and that's the talk I'm giving right now, you don't control the variables in life. And you go out there in and out. You're hit with whatever, you have to work with what you have at the time. And right now, what I have to work in is this chair, which completely overpowers me. Now, if I was on a couch, I've got to come to the edge of the couch and not sink into it, where I'll lose all presence and all aesthetics. And then when I talk, I'll not be taken seriously. And of course, I have to dress in black because the arm is short from here down. So if they shoot me from the side, I'm at a tremendous disadvantage. And what I have to do is I have to masquerade as much as possible these limitations right here. Or Not call attention to them is the better word. Don't call attention. Don't give your opponent fodder to mock and ridicule you. And unfortunately, and this is the point I'm making, mockery is remembered. Mockery is effective to make your point. We see it now politically. Mocking is memorable. Everybody likes to join in on the mock, even though privately they may say differently, but publicly when they get together, everybody likes to enjoy that man. In this case, it's me, who slipped on the peel and got hurt. That's the joke. It's not funny if it happens to you, but it's funny if it happens to me, and especially if it happens to a short man like me. I'm 5'2" and a half, with a big old expansive belly, big old belly, and a moon face, no neck, projected head. So I'm presenting a very unaesthetic social image. And I have to, number one, expose what it is. I have to be the one to know it, to call it on myself. And my camera right here that you see is like an MRI. My camera that you see right there does not lie to me. It shows me exactly, it tells me the truth about myself. If you're willing to do anything, you also have to be willing to stand good for it. Stand good for an interrogation. But you have to expect your opponent to try to go low and try to destroy you. That's a given. Politically and socially. And socially, of course, it's more covert. Everything is competition. Everything. And here is the thing. Everything is sales. I can't think of anything that isn't sales. I can't sell it to myself. I can't sell it to you. And so I have to come in prepared to deal with the physicality of my situation. That is the visuals of my situation. The visuals being what you could see right in front of you, and see if I could do anything with it. So I don't want to do anything like this or like this that sends out signals to my opponent. And he's now sized me up. He's sized my body image, a presentation of. Now he knows where I'm vulnerable. Don't help him. Don't help your opponent destroy you. Don't help him. Don't do anything to help him. Don't worry about what your opponent will say about you. That's none of my business. I'm only concerned about what I'm going to say and do dealing with him. Outcomes I'm not concerned with. Winning friends and influencing people, hell, I'm pushing 81. I'm not concerned with that. Getting accolades, I'm not concerned with that one bit. This frees me up. This frees me up to be who I am. And I know when to get off the stage. I know how to get on the stage, and then how to get off it. And I'm perfectly able, after I get off the stage, say at a, what do they used to call it, a little club in New York where the Broadway performers come to sing. When I leave there, I don't have a friend. They all gather together. They're kids. They all gather together. And of course, I don't have anybody. Nobody wants to hear. They're all in their cliques. That's the word. They're all using known cliches. I don't do any of that stuff. So what I do is I just leave, head down to Central Park where I'm going to sleep the night on the bench, go to Gristedes on 51st or 51st, I believe, and 7th Avenue. I believe that's right. For my Macintosh apple, for an orange, and for a banana. In the old days, 2006, that would have cost me Finsky. Now it'll probably cost you over $10 for the same damn thing from Christine. That's my supper. And I got a cold, long winter night that I'm going to spend with the hawk. And whatever I have to say, I'm going to tell it to the hawk. Nobody lies to the hawk. Nobody lies to the hawk. The hawk ignores masks. There are no masks you can put on when you're dealing with a hawk. But I know how to hold a conversation with the hawk to find out who I am, what I am in reality. This is one of the steps right here. I make no effort whatsoever to put a fakery out there or a forgery out there. The man you see right here, I'm coming to you. This is who I am. This is all I got. This is what it is. And I've come to find life is nothing but compromises, deal making, giving up things. If you get 10%, it's more than what you had before, and that's progress. You got to look at it that way. So I am only a winner in that sense. That is in the sense of deal making, compromising, and settling for 10% of what I want. And saying to myself, it's progress. It's more than what I had before, and I'm grateful. Maybe I could build on it the next time. But I'm talking about coming into the situation and dealing with the nuts and bolts practicality of what you have to deal with. And one of the things that gets me set and ready for it is what you see right here. My camera that I'm talking to, that doesn't lie to me. I accept completely, with a lot of probatives and questioning, the image that my camera returns to me. And then I hold that video, this video, I hold it prisoner. I look at it in slow motion. I enlarge it. And I use it to prompt and instigate questions that I have to ask of myself, probatives. So I can come up with, generate a better model of action for the future event. What I've done right now is in the past. It's already forgotten. Doesn't exist anymore. Only as solidified evidence if I've recorded it like this. If I haven't recorded it, I've already forgotten 80% of what I did. And I made that up. But with the record in front of me, like an MRI or a court brief, it's a record. It's part of the record. And it comes back to judge and to challenge me. And I say to you, I'm set, I'm ready to face up to that judgment. It doesn't mean I have to win. I say to you, I'm set and ready. No entitlements. I'm set and I'm ready to walk into hard confrontation and encounter in the now to see if what I have to say, what I have to sell, and I hoist it up on the flag, if anyone will salute it. If I throw it on the mat, will the cat lick it up? If I dump it into the East River, will it sink or swim? Sink or float? And we'll take it from there. That's the only judgment that really matters. And the thing about it is, do not listen to anyone who pretends to be. Everybody's an expert. Don't listen to the wrong people. You get your feedback from somebody who knows what to look for, and you're paying them for their service so they can be wholly objective with you. And that's the advice that means anything. That's the observation that means anything. That's the diagnosis that means anything. Adios, my friend.